Hopefully the mic actually was muted for that. Mariners lose 4-3. They drop the first of the 3-game series against the Twins. They fall to 50-50 on the year. Talk about how it happens. Oh my gosh, this baseball team is just going to destroy me. Tom Murphy homers to center to make it 1-0. Apparently Tom Murphy knows Kenta Maeda's arsenal better than anybody. That lead lasts for all of about 6 minutes because Luis Castillo gives up a RBI triple to Trevor Larnach, and Christian Vasquez, singles home Larnach 2-1. Twins in the end of the fifth. 4 innings of bad offenses from both and some good pitching, but some bad offenses until 2 outs. Cal Raleigh pinch hits and has a superb at bat and hits a hard single up the middle. And Kolten Wong hits a pinch hit 2-run homer that gives the Mariners a 3-2 lead. Max Kepler ties the game in the 9th with a double to right. Carlos Correa singles the winning run in the 10th. The Mariners lose. Let's start with the positives. There's not many. We talked about the rally at bat. Tom Murphy 2 for 4 with a double and a homer. 2 really bad at bats after that, but beggars can't be choosers. And Kolten Wong. I mean, how great for that guy. And it ends up meaning nothing because that's just the way it works. There are no moral victories. But that had to feel great for him and great for his teammates. Like, it's not. I understand everyone's frustration with Kolten Wong. I have tons of it. He shouldn't be on this team. But it's not that he's not trying, folks. But man, oh man, that was huge. Immediately called my grandma. And we were like, she said something really funny. She said, when I saw that was Kolten Wong batting, I was thinking it might as well be me. What an unbelievable moment that is quickly dismissed. And of course it is. We'll get into that in just a second. Let's talk about the other positive. Luis Castillo was fantastic tonight. 7 innings. He gives up those 2 runs in the 5th. You know, one of them off a not very hard hit ball. The triple certainly was. I thought it was gone when off the bat. But 9 strikeouts, just the 2 walks. Luis Castillo's terrific and deserves so much better. And Justin Topa did a nice job. The next 2 guys we'll talk about in a second, but those 2 guys were certainly positives. Let's just talk about it now. Andres Munoz got to be better. I know he gets the 2 strikeouts, but gives up 2 very hard hit balls. And I need to know who calls the 0-2 fastball in that situation. Now, the location of it wasn't where it was supposed to be. But I need to know who calls that pitch. Because holy goodness gracious, does it not make sense to me. It's an 0-2 pitch. Put the dude away with a slider. Bury one. Bury 2. And then throw your heater. I realize you throw hard. I know your fastball is a good pitch. You're ahead 0-2. Throw a gosh dang slider. Put him away. That is not second guessing. That's first guessing. That is 100% a valid criticism. Oh. And then the pitching. Look, Sewald wasn't bad. The runner on second base in the bottom of the 10th, and we'll talk about why it was tied 3-3. I promise that too. And they lay down a bunt. It was a good bunt. Good sack bunt. Gets the runner to third. And then a safety squeeze happens. And there's no one covering first base. Somebody's got to be there, man. Somebody has to be there. At the end of the day, it didn't matter that much because Correa singled to drive in that winning run. But if Teoscar Hernandez does make that play, we're talking about a different thing. And hitters hit different with 2 outs, too. Pitchers pitch different with 2 outs. You're a lot more careful with Correa here. But nobody's covering first base. That 9th inning encapsulated the Seattle Mariners as well as anything I've seen. There's this moment of spectacular that has made you feel so great. That makes you feel so wonderful and think that things are going to be going great for this team for the going forward. And it is immediately followed by crap. This team is going to be the death of me. Thank goodness I have this channel. It's so cathartic to come on here. And for a couple hundred of you, I just spill my guts out and tell you how I feel. Oh. The top of the 10th, after you give up the run to tie the game, you've got Julio, Eugenio, and Teoscar. Julio grounds out meekly. Eugenio Suarez pops out meekly. I don't actually remember what Teoscar did. It doesn't matter. Didn't get a hit. I know that for sure. It's just pathetic. I adore Julio Rodriguez. He has to be better in these late inning situations. And here's what's more important. I know Julio Rodriguez is going to get better at this. I know it for a fact. He's a 22-year-old. But it still grinds me up so badly that the Mariners put so much pressure on this kid to be better. And before you talk about your long extension stuff and how you expect more from somebody making a bunch of money, folks, Kolten Wong makes more than Julio Rodriguez does this year. That's not going to be the case in a couple of years, obviously. It's ridiculous that they didn't make this team better offensively before the season started. And it may be too late now. Gosh, that at bat from Cal Raleigh was good. Gets to 2 strikes, takes a couple of pitches that a lot of guys would have swung at, and then stings a baseball up the middle. And then Kolten Wong does that. The dude has even with that homer, an OPS of 473. It might be 474 if you round up. There are guys with slugging percentages on this team, this pathetic offensive team, that are higher than his OPS. A miracle moment happens and you blow it. You blow it not just in the 9th inning, but you blow it in the 10th. You blow another fantastic effort from Luis Castillo. And all that good I was feeling after Saturday, it's back to even. And of course it happened, folks. The Mariners being 50-50 at this point of the year is perfect. It encapsulates this season so much. That 9th inning encapsulated it, and this record, it's perfect. It's what they deserve. Average baseball. Mediocre, not serious about winning team. I'm frustrated. I felt so good after Saturday. And then you have a tough loss on Sunday. And this is another tough one, too. Minnesota's a good baseball team. Pretty clearly, to me, the best team in the AL Central. I'm not sure it's even close. but you had a pathetic offensive effort for 8 innings, and then the 10th as well. You had 2 innings basically of competent offense. Ugh. I'm so frustrated too by that 0-2 pitch from Munoz. I need to know who called that. I may not have mattered. I guess it doesn't because of how poorly it was located, but I don't understand it. Also, if Paul Sewell's not available, he's not available. Man, oh man, what a Mile Y should just change his name to Man Oh Man, because how many times have I said that now? Not just in this video, but all year. What a bummer. Golden opportunity. Such a wonderful thing happens in the 9th and you blow it. I don't know. I'd like to scream and yell some more, but what? What? You fooled me again, Seattle Mariners. You fooled me into thinking that this was on the right track. Then you have 2 more games like this, especially tonight. I don't know. The only thing that keeps me sane, for lack of a better term, is knowing that I know the players are feeling this too. Heck, I know Service and Dipoto are feeling this as well. I've seen a lot of people calling for Service, and I'm not doing that, but it's getting a little harder to defend because a manager, in my personal opinion, is kind of an overrated figure in baseball. It's more of a scapegoat than anything else, right? Fire the manager, fire the manager. If this isn't going right, fire the manager, fire the manager. Here's what I can say about Scott Service for sure. The players love him. They play hard for him. For all the flaws about the Seattle Mariners outside of that one game that I went on that long tirade about, it's never been about not playing hard. Good clubhouse guy. But do I think that Scott Service makes the Mariners better? I did last year. I did in 2021. I'm not so sure in 2023. I wouldn't fire him. I could, if you don't make the postseason this year, yeah, I think you got to consider it. But I'm very disappointed in what I've seen for everyone. It's just amazing. And this is the thing about doing a daily show, right? It's that I was so pumped up. So pumped up about this team. And they're still in it. There's still more than in it. There's so much baseball. This is episode 100. By the way, thank you, everybody, for making it so that I probably would have still done it even without the support, but you guys have certainly made it easier, and thank you. I don't even know what I was saying. This team is just mind-bogglingly everything. There's so much talent. And there's also so much inconsistency. And I talked about this on Molly Watt Monday today. They just don't have the depth. Anybody else feeling like this? George Kirby against, I just saw it, Pablo Lopez tomorrow. I wouldn't call it a necessarily a must win, but a loss. Losing 3 straight, moving to 50 and 51, guaranteeing another series loss. It's not good. Win tomorrow and win on Wednesday, and you're feeling a lot better. Funny how that works. Oh, I got to tell you, I've been frustrated by a lot of things, and ultimately, it didn't cost them a game. But when I saw nobody covering first base or nobody getting to first base quick enough, anyway, on that safety squeeze, I screamed. I absolutely screamed because it's not acceptable. Somebody's got to be there. I know you're charging, and you've got to be ready to make the play at home, 100%. But somebody's got to be covering first base or getting there because Ryan Jeffers is slow. Somebody gets there quick enough, you're going to get that play. A lot of head shaking tonight. Follow me on whatever the heck they're calling it at Crawford_MILB. Follow me on Blue Sky at Crawford Chris V. My OY is what you're watching now, so I probably don't need to promote that. But I sure would appreciate you hitting like and subscribe. Thank you for everybody who's already done it. Sports Sometimes podcast, Mike Bauman on Thursday. That'll be great. And the RotoWire Fantasy Baseball podcast, plus my imminent arrivals article on RotoWire every single Wednesday. I don't know.